What are these?
O's.
These are wolves.
Tell me what sound.
Wolves. Woo! Woo! Very, very scary, whistling through the snow. All right? And they're a protected species out there, so they couldn't do anything about it, you know? Anyway, we climbed mountains so high it seemed it was going to the moon. And then we get down to the valleys that were really super, super steep. And we went onto a lake that was frozen. And the ice started to split, and I thought we were going to go in the water. But we pulled it out. We pulled it out. And then we turned and we crossed a massive bridge. The polar ice cap appeared in the distance. The polar ice cap. Now that's near the North Pole. And who lives in the North Pole? Who lives in the North Pole? Santa, of course, he lives in the North Pole. See? Right? Choo-choo train's coming up, sees the polar ice cap, right? So they know they're getting close now. They know they're getting close. And they're in the North Pole now, and there's all these massive buildings, and there was a record going, but the record kept going around and around and around. It was stuck. But that's okay. Things worked out fine there, all right? And then they got up close and they were looking for elves, and they couldn't see any elves, which is disconcerting because you'd figure you're going to see elves on the North Pole. Then all of a sudden, there were thousands of elves, and they were there. And then they announced, he's coming, and of course they meant Santa. And Santa came out, and all the elves started cheering. See them all out there? All right? He held up his hands and said, ho, ho, ho! Ho, 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 yeah.
Papa, how to read the Polar Express?
You going to jump up for the last part of this?
You want to jump in with Papa?
I knew I could have any gift I could imagine.
Don't need it, Temple.
But the thing I wanted most for Christmas Eve was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was the silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled, then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a belt,
Don't eat it.
a bell from the reindeer's harness, and they gave him the bell. All right?
You want to sit with Papa?
All right? And then Santa went up into the air with his big bag of toys and the reindeer saying, Merry Christmas to all. I'm off to work. And he went around the world. He's got a busy schedule, right? I think they start in the international date line and come the other way. But anyway, so there they are, and they're back on the train, and they fall asleep. And he goes to get his bell, and guess what? The bell wasn't there because he had a hole in his pocket. And he was so sad that he didn't have his bell. Anyway, he got home and he said goodbye to his friends, and he got home and he tiptoed upstairs so his parents didn't hear, and he went to bed. And in the morning when he awakened, it was Christmas. And there were all kind of toys around, and he and his sister opened all the toys. But then the father said, son, there's a box over there, underneath there's one there. And he opened the box, and guess what it was? Guess what it was?
What's in the box?
Huh? What do you think was in the
That's
box?
right, Lou, it's the bell.
And he rang the bell, and he could hear it, right? Now the parents got the bell, and they rang, and they couldn't hear it. You know why? You only hear the bell if you believe in Santa. And when you stop believing in Santa, then you don't hear the bell anymore. So my wish for you and your sister is that you will always hear the bell. Okay?
Say thank you,
Keep you
Papa.
alive, right?
Say thank you,
And
Papa.
it's called being saved by the bell. I thought I'd throw that in there. What do you think? Pretty good? Okay.
The wolves are really scary.
I think we done all right.